YouTube fam, it is your boy Kwame. What is going on? Hope you guys are all having a lovely one. So today I'm going to be addressing the question, why can't I get abs? And this question is actually one that I get asked quite a lot. And today I'm going to try my best to hit like all the spots. And again, this is my personal opinion. Guys, before I start, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm going to try my best to come on live as much as possible. I haven't been on live for a while, so I want to try my best to be able to share as much information. And I hope most of you are following my series, The Hassle, and you guys are enjoying it. You guys are having lots of fun. I've been having really good comments from it, so it's great. I'm definitely going to be making a lot more of these videos for you. So I can't wait for the next episode to be released this week, which is going to be awesome. I'm doing the Roy something dance in there. So anyway, getting back to the topic, how do I get abs? Guys, if you have any questions, make sure you put it in the comments below as well, because I'm live. Alright, so the first thing you guys will already know about getting abs is all about your diet. Obviously, you need to be basically lean to be able to see these abs, okay? So it has to be visible to you, and that's always the number one thing, and most of you already know this. Number two, a lot of you know, advanced trainers don't train abs. And I'm gonna admit, like, I'm quite lazy when it comes to training abs. I still do it. So one of the things I personally find is when I train abs, I get better activation. And it's all about mind muscle connection. So when I do my big compound movements and I engage my core a lot more, then I know I'm actually going to be able to activate my abs as well, while I'm training, and I can actually, get more growth from them. So I always get the question, why don't I have abs? Why don't I have abs? Especially even sometimes people say I get lean enough, but I don't have abs. Okay, so sometimes it could be one genetic structure as well, because your shape of your abs is due to your genetics, and everyone knows that as well. You can't basically change that. That is unfortunately how we're born and how we're blessed, or what we're blessed with. Guys, if you are joining this, please make sure you hit that like button. Thank you, guys. So the shape of your abs is literally like, it can actually determine how they look, and everyone's all about how your abs look, or why can't I see my abs, and that's such a big thing. The next thing as well is when it comes to training as well, how do you train your abs? So when I do my compound movements, like my squats, especially my bench press, even my deadlifts, I'm making sure I'm activating my abs, okay? One way I find is even just retracting my shoulders, keeping my core nice and braced, feeling that my core is really nice and tight before I move forward with an exercise. One thing especially I found with squats, for instance, is if my core is not as tight, or my core is even like tired or pre-exhausted, I find it even harder to squat or bench press properly. And I've tested this out on numerous occasions, okay? I've absolutely smashed my core before like a leg session or a bench session. I've tried to lift heavy, and in all honesty, I can't perform at my best because my core is needed. And that's one way you can also tell that when you're doing some of these big movements, you're not only just, you're not putting your joints at a greater risk, and also transferring a lot of the tension to your abs, because remember, your abs are synergistic muscles. They work with other muscle groups as well. So one of the best ways I find personally to improve my abs is actually making sure I'm activating it, and that's why training your core becomes such a big deal. So in my next episode, I'm going to be doing a full weighted ab session in on the hustle is going to be released on Sunday night, so I hope you guys tune into that. So a full weighted core session. I want you guys to make sure you drop your comments below if you have any questions as well. I haven't finished videoing my vlog yet, so if you have any questions, I'm gonna add it into the vlog, because that's gonna be awesome. I want to be able to provide good content for you guys. So because at the end of the day, I want to benefit you guys and share my knowledge with you as well. So training your abs is a big thing. I know people sometimes say I don't want to train my abs, but the amount of activation it brings, and I trained my abs yesterday. It's quite sore at the moment. Body fat is decent. Getting ready for a photo shoot in Miami, Florida. So I fly out in about 10 days. So I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. Going to meet a lot of my BSN fam. BSN are my sponsors, and I can't wait for that. So I'm training abs. I'm doing a weighted abs session once a week, and I'm also doing some circuit work. So it can take about 10 to 15 minutes to train abs, like with circuit work. Bradley Swanson, hi, how are you? Hi guys, hope you guys are doing well. Leave your comments below. Make sure you also like this video as well. I want and comment as well any questions you have again. So training abs once a week weighted, and also now training abs about 2 to 3 times a week just with circuit work. Now you can incorporate the circuit work at the end of your training or at the start of your training. But one of the things is, if I pre-exhaust my abs at the start of my training, I'm going to struggle with my lifts if I actually activate them so late. Okay, so personally what I've done is I've switched to a whole food diet. I'm monitoring my calories, overall calorie intake for the day. And basically what I'm doing is I got a higher carb approach. So people always ask me, how do you stay so full when you get leaner? So I'm just literally on a higher carb approach with my diet. The reason why I prefer a high carb approach is because it keeps my muscles nice and full. Carbs are polar to water as well. So do you know what that means? It draws a lot of water into the muscle, keeps me nice and full, still keeps me nice and strong while I'm lifting. I've used this approach for most of my clients and I personally find it works. But when I'm going with a higher carb approach, it means my fats are also lower. But I'm also making sure I'm keeping enough fats to keep my hormones working. And again, this goes to how much you eat and overall in a day, you know. So, you know, like for instance, for a female, I personally wouldn't put it on crazy low fat. Like I couldn't put it on under 10% fats because, you know, they need their fats a lot for their hormones. I mean, as well as males too, but you know, you just gotta be really careful when you construct your diet. If you have any questions as well, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. It's just my name at Kwameduah, and I'll be able to answer them for you. Hello, Croman Morris. Abs diets, train, sleep consistently. That is true. So abs is with abs train. That's what I'm talking about. With abs session, that's gonna be my next vlog. You guys are gonna see it. My circuit work. I've already posted one about circuit work, but I can do another one for you guys. If you want to see some of the ab circuits I do, you can do 10-15 minutes. You can do it without weights at home. And also, another thing you want to do when you train abs, guys, is go slow and controlled. Slow and controlled movements are some of the best movements for abs because it forces you to actually activate the muscle. And like, you know, activation is everything. Mind muscle connection is everything. Get some fast ones in there, get the band. I've got a few exercises I've got that I want to show you guys that you can actually use to be able to contract and squeeze the muscle, okay? And that's one of the most important things. When it comes to your compound movements, you guys are going to need to be able to activate your core. And if you don't activate your core, you're not going to be able to get the most out of it. How often would you, so Jessica says, how often would you encourage a female to train abs each week and how long for? Personally, with like every other muscle group, I say train with frequency if you want to improve your abs, okay? So personally, I'll say even every second or third day, once they recover, maybe so I did something while I was training abs once every day, and I was struggling because I was literally in pain every day, because my abs weren't recovering. I kept hitting them. One of the good parts of it was because there's so much blood flow, there's less water when you train the muscle group continuously. I actually felt my abs look better. So it's a weird thing but I didn't feel like I was getting a little bit like more size on my abs. I know it's really hard to build size on your abs, but I didn't feel like I was getting enough muscle on my abs. So just make sure they recover. Jessica, I'll say start with even 2 to 3 times a week, and then you can increase it once they start to recover quicker. And then change it up, add a weighted up session. That's gonna be my next vlog as well. So I'm gonna do the full session for you guys so you guys can see the whole thing and how it's drawn out and spaced out properly as well. Guys, make sure you hit that like button so I can bring more videos. So again, like it comes down to your diet, your training, which is your mind muscle connection, as well as fast movements, hit that band set as well. Put as much tension on the muscle groups as well. Now, when it comes to heavy training, you have to be really careful with abs because your back is your antagonist muscle. So that's the opposite muscle that's supporting the muscle in your eccentric phase. So you gotta be really careful because obviously there's no you don't want to injure your back. That's the worst thing you could injure out of any muscle group. So you gotta be really careful, guys, when you train abs. So even with my next weighted ab session, when I'm doing some of my movements, I try and keep my eccentric movements really slow because I do not want to injure my spine because that's really important. D Join says, so high carbs in the caloric deficit. I asked because I have too much stomach fat to see my abs regardless of my ab routine. Okay, so this is a great question actually. So this is D Joyce is asking. So I have my high carbs. He's referring to what I said before, because what I said was about having high carbs in a caloric deficit. And also, like, being able to maintain enough muscle. Okay, so one thing you're gonna know about if you are approaching a high carb diet, guys, is you're going to hold water. But the great thing about this, one thing I've noticed is when I start to lean out, I know I'm leaning out well, because when I drop my carbs, when you drop your carbs, like I said, carbs are polar to water. It means they carry water with them. Okay, so when I drop my carbs again, one of the things I start to find are I even look leaner. So for instance, when I'm about to do a photo shoot or something like that for the day that I'm getting ready for, whatever I'm getting ready for, I'll drop my carbs a little bit and then put them back in. The reason is to just get rid of any excess water. When I put them back in, they're going to be absorbed straight into the muscle. My insulin increases as well. So insulin basically lowers your blood sugar, but also drives glycogen into the muscle. It makes them fuller. My skin is also going to be a lot tighter as well, and I'm going to look the best for my photo shoot. And that's what I basically do for my bodybuilding competitions. It's a little bit more to it, but that's what I basically do. But the thing you're going to remember is if you haven't been on a high carb diet before and you jump straight into a high carb diet, you're probably going to start to notice a little bit of water, like a little bit of bloating. It takes a while for you to eat them. For instance, you can incorporate, if you start to feel like I'm holding so much water, you can incorporate something like sweet potato, because it's got a high potassium level. It's going to help drop a little bit of that excess water and fluid. And you have other things like apple cider vinegar. I'm sure most of you have apple cider vinegar, and it's like how helpful it is. It also helps with dropping that excess water as well. So in the start, it's going to be a little bit fluidy, but once you start to drop, you're going to see some awesome progress. Your skin's also going to get really tighter with all the carbs that you're eating, so it's only going to work in favor for you. There's, like I said, there's so many different approaches to dieting. I'm not saying there's any right or wrong ways, but that's what I personally use, and I find it's really helpful. Guys, if you have any more questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below. I'll show you guys what I'm looking like as well. I'm about 10 days out from Miami, Florida. I'm shooting with Ulrich Ullman as well. He's a really great photographer. I haven't shot with him before, so I linked up with him and he's happy to shoot me. We're going to be shooting on the beach. It's going to be lovely. I can't wait because the weather is coldy at the moment. I don't even know why I'm wearing a tanky. But I guess I'm just excited talking to you guys. But this is my current physique at the moment, so I don't have shorts underneath. Actually, I do. So I can actually show you my quads as well. So that's quads. The side. So gotten a lot leaner even the last few weeks as well. I don't know what my body fat percentage would be at the moment. I'm hoping for it to be decently low, but again, I'm still eating a lot of carbs in a day, so still holding that little extra bit of water. But when I drop my water, I'm expecting to see a drastic change. So Jessica says, what is one of your go-to ab exercises? Ooh, I love this one. What's one of my go-to ab exercise? When it's weighted, I'm not exactly sure what these ones are called, but where you keep your hands right up, keep your abs really tight and pushing right up and extending your arms. I'm terrible with names of ab exercises, but it depends on upper abs and lower abs. So I use, and that's all gonna be in my next video as well, which you're gonna see as well, Jessica. But that's my go-to one. I'll actually do a quick demo, if you can see the camera from the ground. By basically going down, keep my hands up, with the weight up and pushing up. Keep my core really nice and braced. That's one of my go-to exercises for my upper ab movements. But for lower abs, my go-to exercise is actually a knee tuck, but with a slight extension of the ground, hip extension of the ground. So basically bring my knees in and then slightly raise it off the ground. The reason why I actually like this exercise is mainly because I can actually squeeze my abs really tight on the way up, and I can hold it and contract for about 30 seconds. So I was training my buddy yesterday, and we like while we're doing our ab circuit, our abs were cramping just from squeezing. That's literally why that's one of my go-to ab exercises, and I love it. But yeah, circuit work continues, 15 minutes non-stop. Set your timer, and don't stop. And I'm gonna post all of this in my next video for you. AOY. Yep, thank you. Alright guys, thank you for joining in. If you have any questions in the next minute or two, make sure you check them in and I'll answer them for you. But yeah, for now, I am just enjoying life. Zach says, how much volume is too much volume for hypertrophy? Okay, this is actually a great question because sometimes people start training and they don't know how much. So basically, they start training. They're like, how much should I train? How many exercises should I do? How much sets should I do? Okay, personally, you're welcome, Jessica. Personally, in regards to how much volume is too much for hypertrophy, it depends on your body and it depends on your recovery and it depends on how much fuel yourself. I personally don't think there's anything that's too much as long as your central nervous system can cope with it. Okay, and this is how you know. So if your central nervous system is not coping with it, you're gonna like feel extremely tired, which is fine. Like you know, after training you should, but if you're eating well, to basically, if you're eating a nice caloric surplus and your nutrients are there, your proteins are there, macronutrients and macros are there, you are going to recover quite well. Okay, being a like if you're going for hypertrophy, you're not considered as an average individual. Okay, so technically you're gonna possibly need some supplementation, so like proteins and stuff like that. You can get all from food, but having like a protein powder, having some branched chain amino acids, that's going to help you recover a lot quicker as well. Okay, I always say to people, start it off slow, work your way into, even when people have my programs, I say start it off slow, work your way into programs. The way I design my programs, I design them so you work your way into that intensity as well. So exactly the same thing, guys. Make sure you're working your way into that intensity as well. I've been training for quite a while now. When I started training, I went all out. I went hard, you know. And I was saying to my mate the other day about how much, like, how when I had little knowledge about training, all I used to do was just literally smash myself in the gym. Like I had like a decent amount of knowledge about form and technique, but I wasn't the best. So all I was doing was I was getting all my big compound movements and absolutely smashing myself with a lot of volume. And look, I noticed a lot of growth from that as well, but I found like I was getting really tired all the time. I literally couldn't do anything. But I found like when I actually started structuring my workout to what like and my nutrition, so I've been on the same plane with your nutrition and your training, and you know knowing how much to eat to recover, knowing how much to eat to be in a deficit, I found that actually I made much better gains. My energy levels were so high through the day as well. That's probably why I'm always crazy all the time. So with so much higher through the day as well. And you know, sometimes I would notice lower energy levels when I'm in a deficit, which is fine. You know, like I'm in a deficit, my body's trying to burn fat. That's understandable. But yeah, like how much volume is too much volume? In all honesty, it all depends on your body. So you gotta be able to like tell these signs, or like am I starting to get sick? Even sometimes your immune system can start to go down when you like training like crazy and you know you're not eating enough to recover. Sleep is important as well. So if you can sleep more, you can actually train with more volume. Sleep and eat well, you can train with more volume. So how much volume is too much volume? My answer to that is depending on how much you sleep and eat. That's I hope I answered your question, guys. Make sure you hit the like button as well, and I'll get back to you. Hey, my boy Brooke, when are we training? Hope you're doing well as well. Thank you, Zach, and thank you guys all for tuning in. You guys are legends. I appreciate it. And if you guys want me to do this more as well after this video, please comment below and you know just let me know, because I want to like put some time aside, like even once a week, twice a week, to go live, answer your questions, anything that you guys want to ask, anything you guys are struggling with. I know a lot of you guys have been training, you guys all have questions. I mean, you can always Google on the internet as well, but I'll tell you my personal opinion, I'll tell you how it is, and I'll be as real as it is with you. No worries, Marcus. Hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm out, guys. Peace.